What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Oceania game. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that. I'm gonna stick with Oceania. Could be wrong. I think I used to say like Oceania, and that's when people moan. So maybe it is Oceania. There we go. That's before we get on to any of the other pronunciations. But it's been exciting. Had some good feedback as well. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, and we will continue. There won't be any interruptions of info addicts today, so we'll just go. We might hit turn 150, but I won't do it till 200 now. We'll just let the game, let it flow for a few episodes. Of course, it's always really awkward when you do that first info addicts, because it comes up pretty quickly. But there we go, Australia completes the Alhambra Wonder. Still plenty of space on the map, so there's going to be a lot more settling as well, which we'll keep an eye on. There's a lot of cargo ships here from Igorot, all heading towards Brunei, it would seem. Yep, okay, well, they're reliable trade partners right there. Oh, this city's surrounded now by Waggy and who Bully. I have no idea who the leaders are. That's a whole other level of memory we haven't unlocked just yet. Sometimes, yeah, it won't let me do it for those, but some of them do. If you click on it, it will show you, but that's not the one. How are the Maori getting on? Okay, at the moment they are internally trading, which is always interesting. There's a lot of mountains here, which will give them a lot of observatories, of course, but also limits their resources. It's a hit and a miss how good it is. That was the Khmer. I do know that guy from Civ 6. They've just entered the next era. Anyone else with any settlers around? Aceh does have one, so we'll see where that ends up. Bit of trade there between Singapore and Aceh. Indonesia not doing as much, which is a shame. Actually, are they completely cut off by deep ocean? No. Oh, but these guys are. Okay, so Brunei is actually cut off, I think. Can they? Yeah, there is no connection. Ooh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Okay, so they can get to New Guinea, but they cannot get to the Indonesia part of the map. That's interesting. And there's like no resources here, so maybe that explains Indonesia's slow start a little more. Did that Igorot settler ever turn up anyway? It did. They went to Australia. There we go. Oh, and these guys from the south have also come up all the way to the north as well, so we'll see where they end up settling. There we go. That'll be interesting. See what they end up doing. That is a musketman. I think that's the first of those I've at least spotted, and a couple of settlers for New South Wales as well, so we'll see how they put those. We're going to have some pretty huge civs in Australia. I think that's pretty clear. Banuba has obviously made a very good start as well, although the info addicts showed they're not technologically dominant yet, but you know, give it time. But we'll see. The desert should probably limit them, although this is the most resource-packed desert I've ever seen. Just lots of luxuries here to make it a bit more tempting. And there it is, the Maori and New South Wales v Australia. Doesn't really look like there's either of them are really prepared for this. What is this? Oh, it's the texture glitch. An oven mound. Well, it is a unique tile improvement, but yeah, it just texture glitches to white and red squares. I think if you watch some of the other games, sometimes Benin's unique unit does it, or unique tile does it as well. It just sort of comes up as like a white and red thing. It's not some, I don't know, it did look very weird, look like something's emerging from the ground. But that's, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Well, I guess this is the oven mound. But there you go. not quite perfect. Come on, do something. Good old meme. Come on, guys. Someone up here wants to grow, surely. Maybe they're all just happy. They're all just going to coexist forever. It does seem like Lao is looking quite good with units. See a musketman they just got as well. So we'll see. There's also some space here. I mean, there's only really there's a lot of bananas on this map. You can't really see them because they're normally blended into the sort of forest. If I put this button on, you will see, yeah, there is a lot of bananas everywhere. Over here, over here. I think Brunei's full of, yep, there's definitely like a 10-to-1 or something ratio of, no, maybe not 10-to-1, but 1-to-1 of bananas to all the other resources combined. Which probably is logical. I don't know. If I want to guess, there could be a lot of bananas in the jungle. That makes sense. I don't really know where bananas specifically come from. Well, there you go. Not a fan of bananas particularly, but there we go. Brunei just doing their thing. I feel like they don't realise they maybe haven't met all these other monster civs. Oh no, they are out here in the deep ocean as well. So they will be meeting others, but maybe that's capped them. To be fair, they have 5 very good cities here. That's probably one thing that no one else maybe has to the same level as them. Australia, New South Wales may have 3 or 4 of their 5, 6 cities as good ones. It seems like these guys have the biggest cities. They're just chilling. I doubted them. I said they'd probably spam a good army when they probably just needed a navy, but to be fair, I don't have much of an army. Although saying that, they may have no navy either, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. They're my pick. The chance of them winning was slashed as soon as I picked them. Either way, the Khmer is coming over here, which is pretty cool. That's what we want to see, just civs going and grabbing random islands and making it incredibly chaotic. That's what we're here for, and I'm sure the Khmer will do that for us. Australia also settled in the northeast. The Anangus have sort of migrated over here, and Banuba is sending a settler across, and is probably going to kill this Anangu, just based on its trajectory. But there we go. But yeah, the Ngarrindjeri also going to settle there on the northern tip of Australia. This city's already at 4 population for the Igorot. And yeah, Australia grabbing Perth here as well, marking their own territory. And a new city here as well for New South Wales, who are doing okay. Of course, the Great Wall will give Australia an advantage when defending, and they just put another city. There's all this land, and they're just like, no, right in the territory we already have. Fair enough. If that's what you want, you can have it. It's your city. This city could be exposed a bit if Australia sort of handles the threat from the north and then goes and grabs that. We'll see. South coast still very open. Are the Murray doing too much? No. They are trading with Banuba, so they seem to be friendly. I mean, this would be the ultimate backstab, but even here Banuba looks like they have a good number of units. As the Maori is just sending stuff all over the map. They are very isolated, of course. The most isolated civ, I think it's fair to say. Do have another settler here. We'll see where that ends up. A lot of good islands still completely untouched though. This one, I think one of the bigger ones. There's one here that's also very weirdly shaped. It's like a giraffe with a broken neck. Some legs. It's just his head's just come off. We'll see if anyone settles out there. And the Khmer, I mean it might be the Khmer, they're sort of on the right trajectory to come into this region. And there's all these little Micronesian islands as well, which do have resources and stuff, and you get, once the rest of the land fills, they will come that way. The problem is I think there's a mix, because Australia is like, there's a lot of luxuries, which is very tempting, but at the same time there's a desert, so it's kind of, how does the AI work that into their calculations of where to settle? Did Aceh move their settler? It's not here anymore, so I'm going to assume that's a yes. I have no idea where it went though. Which doesn't really help. The Indonesian one has also moved actually. 1 tile, but nothing crazy. Or maybe it didn't. Where did you go? Maybe it died. I'm sure it's there and I'm just not seeing it. Or maybe it was never there in the first place. They do have a frigate though, which is pretty advanced. Not sure we've seen anyone else with those. Although other civs should be getting there. The Shan states versus Burma. Finally a war in Southeast Asia. It took a while, but we got there in the end. I'm really curious. I'm sure. Was I seeing things? Oh, there it is. Okay, Aceh's settler going a bit further away. Oh, but look at this. Probably not a defensive pact, but certainly making their move. Laos and Vietnam coming in against the Shan states. So all of a sudden, for a minute I thought the Shan states were going to do well here against Burma. And now they're up against their other 2 neighbours as well, Vietnam and Laos. And this could get very messy if we see the Shan divided up between the others. I think, I'm going to be honest, the Shan is not in the right place. If anyone, it's a region in Burma in modern day times. So I would assume it's probably here, but somewhere like this. But again, Burma's probably in the wrong place too. I tried to space them out sort of somewhat interestingly. I think Vietnam wraps around the side, and then Laos is sort of on the inside. So again, I tried my best to sort of make that, but I can't pick where they settle and everything. Himeji Castle for New South Wales, and yes, Bunuba is going off to the Anangu, and this is probably going to be a bit of a slaughter here, I'm afraid, unless they find an ally. Or probably at this point they might need something more than an ally, probably need like the Avengers or something to come and save them, because yeah, that's not looking good. And the other Anangu will be watching on, saying, yep, that happened to us too. We know how you feel. This island, there's a lot of settlers around this island. There's one here from Motu, the Nagarinjari are there as well. I'll get there in the end. It's too many letters. I'm trying my best. Got a new unit here. What is that called? A Kumtapi. I don't know. That looks like... I don't know what sort of replacement that is for. It looks a bit... maybe spearmanish, which is a bit early in the game. What else? Of course, a lot of these nations will have early game unique units, because most of them are not modern countries. What do we got? Sistine Chapel for the Maori. Did they send that settler anywhere? It's not here. It's just disappeared. Great. There's a New South Wales settler down here as well. Another city here for Nagara. Oh my god. Give up. The more I think about it, the worse. Nagarinjeri. See, that was easy. Just every time I rush to say it, it goes wrong. Where did their settler go? I have no idea, but I'm sure it will turn up. And there was Globe Theatre for New South Wales as well. We have more settlers being produced, which is good to see. Mainly because we need someone to rival Bunuba, who are probably going to take this city this term. Brunei with a 5th city. There we go. No, 6th city. And there we go. Bunuba did grab that city as expected. And New South Wales with another wonder just a turn later. I'm guessing it's multiple cities building these. And there we go. Forbidden Palace. Hopefully they get the Sydney Opera House. We always love a, accurate location. We'll see. There's Motu's city. Where did that settler go? There was someone. The Khmer settler is still travelling as Australia makes a peace deal and holds on to all their stuff. Nope, they give away Adelaide. It's a big one. 14 population going over to New South Wales here. It could be like a east-west split between them and Bunuba, and obviously we'll see if the Murray and Nagarinjeri have anything in there. It looks like they're going to go and kill off this part of the Anangu as well, so that's not great for the Anangus or Ananguans. How is the Shan getting on? Okay, but this city's certainly going to fall, whether that be to Vietnam or Laos. We will see. More war elephants. We love civs with elephant units. Always cool. In the game, not real life. I mean, these guys are they're some sort of archer, but they're like dragon logo, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. Next turn, whether it be Laos or Vietnam, I'm not sure who goes first. Most of the civs in this game are mods, so it becomes an interesting order to say the least. Leaning Tower of Pisa. If it's the order I added them, I'm guessing Vietnam would come last, but you never know. There you go. Yep, Laos do take control of that city, so they are making good moves up here in Southeast Asia. That's good. That's them onto 7 cities now. And yeah, that also kind of cuts Vietnam off from any more growth. So that was a good one. It was more important for Vietnam to get this city, I think, than it was for Laos. And Laos ended up getting it, so it's great for Laos, not so great for Vietnam. And now them and Burma will have their crack at the capital as well. And if Laos can get that, they will be looking very comfortable up here. We'll keep an eye on their growth from then onwards. Burma actually pieces out. They've had enough. So this could go very well for Laos, assuming they can get the siege done. Did Bunuba get the job done? Nope, very close. And I think we'll see. Yeah, this is surely... If they pulled back now, that would be quite funny. But yeah, surely Nagarinjeri are going to take them out here and grab another couple of cities for themselves. They do have a settler that's off there, out there somewhere in the middle of... not nowhere, but or going on an adventure. It's here at the moment in New Guinea. See where that one makes its final home. Yeah, I don't know where the Maori settler went. No, it's not this. This was already here. Guessing it's heading to Australia. There we go, the Banuba do grab that city. Did it make it here? Have we been through that many turns? Is that even possible? I don't see it. There's New South Wales. Another settler. Another settler there for these guys as well. Murray. They've starved this city, but they haven't added any new ones. Kulin not really doing much. It is weird how some civs are hyper aggressive settlers and some aren't. Like, there's not really a difference between these two in location. But there you go. There's Aceh's new city as well. Put that down. They didn't move that far from when we found them again. And there it is, Laos, taking control of the Shan's capital. So they are looking pretty good right now. Up here in Southeast Asia. Turned very quickly. They were opportunistic about it. Got a lot of help from Vietnam and Burma as well. And yeah, they've gone through with it when the other two pulled out. And now they're definitely the strongest in Southeast Asia, I'd say. I mean, Vietnam's still fairly good, and probably the mountains will certainly help them. But yeah, like, it's going to be very tough to compete with Laos the longer it goes on. 22 population, 24, 22. Yeah, Brunei just slowly but surely covering their island for themselves. There's plenty of resources here. Even if they just get this island, that in itself is going to be quite a lot. Can't say the same for the Igorot. They've sort of left a lot of the Philippines open for now, and plenty of islands down this way. They're still pretty dependent on trade with Brunei. Yep, there you go, another cargo ship. Brunei, on the other hand, that we know where that cargo ship's going, but they seem to be more spread out. They've certainly found the other civs now. So yeah, we're seeing more and more civs with deep sea sailing availabilities. That's a New South Wales cargo ship going up the coast. That's an, oh, it's because Igorot have a city here. I was going to say that's quite a far distance, but yeah, no, that's just going around the coast of Australia. I think they've actually have, oh no, they're moving north now. Where are they going? They might attack the orange one instead, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what they're doing right now. Oh, an interesting move. Not sure what's going on. There has been a city settled there by the Nagarinjiri. Quite far away. I thought it was Moto or Motu on the minimap, and they did not. So it wasn't them. So never mind. The Waggy have slowed down, or Waggy. I think it's Waggy. Have slowed down quite a bit. But again, it's okay. It's a long, long, long way to go. It's running just fine at the moment, so yeah, there is a long way to go. I say that, I'm not actually looking. Is it Laos' turn? Seems to be taking forever here. But they are attacking through multiple different borders, which does make a bit of sense. The Waggy's turn took a while. Banuba, very quick. They're very efficient, the Banubans. Just get it over and done with. Gotta respect that. Aceh, Khmer, everyone's taking that turn. Oh, why is it froze? Oh, the World's Congress is founding. Phew. I was like, the globe's still spinning, it's not going to crash, is it? My theory. There we go, new city is well there for New South Wales. We will have to go through the World's Congress this game because we do not have the Battle Royale mod on. But that's okay. Next turn. Feels big, pressing the button every time. Forest, jungle. It's very weird, there's just a strip of jungle here. But yeah, there is jungle in Australia, so it's not much. Just going off this map, I don't know how accurate this is. I'm guessing it's fairly accurate though. Whether it's modern or historical though. Yeah, just a sort of patch here of jungle. Pretty cool though. Some caravels exploring the outermost islands, Motu and Wagi out here. Yeah, that's Wagi again. So maybe we'll see someone find something they like. Someone into the industrial era. Potatau Te Wero Wero. Hero. And it's a silent W. And Aceh with the Taj Mahal completed as well. So there we go. Pretty interesting. Industrial era. That is exciting. I don't know who that is. We'll keep it a secret. Oh, and there we go. Lao took another city off the Khmer, and somehow this one's really low as well. There's no one here though, so I don't know how that happened. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. And I will see you in the next one.